Well, I mean, obviously echoing comments made by Mick and John, but I mean, specifically we see the current developments around the creation of Great British Rail as a very positive step in the right direction. But we, of course, are dealing with the legacy of where we've come from, which is what's happening right now out there on the railway. And we deal with a very much still fragmented railway, which is still being run and organised as we speak on that basis, where we see £180 million a year being bled out of the industry into the profits of the companies that carry out the renewals work, where 80% of the workforce, which is somewhere around the region of 40 to 100,000 people, are on 0 hours contracts. And whilst it's fair to say that the kind of like core workforce, if you can call it that, of the railway, the directly employed people in Network Rail, train operating companies and all of that are there, we have this much bigger actually in numbers workforce alongside them, which fluctuates all of the time, which is completely casualised still in this day and age. And that's a huge problem for us. And it's something that when we're talking about skills and training and planning, that's what's staring us in the face as a union. And we kind of have to take a cold, hard reality check on that. So we welcome all of the planning and preparation for investment and training. We've recently had some positive correspondence from Network Rail on that, and we know that some of the other larger organisations like TfL do a lot. But in the meanwhile, we're dealing with a very, very challenging landscape. I mean, I'll just give you another statistic that I think you should be aware of, and it's kind of related, and I'd be wrong not to mention it. We've worked out by our own data and statistical analysis that 58% of the workforce that in the railway industry, transport industry, that work in security, cleaning or catering will be black and ethnic minority members. And yet if you looked at other grades, signalling grades, which we would have a large influence in, or other train grades, conductors and guards, it's not that. And that's a huge, huge thing that needs to be attended to. We're very much focused on that, and that's why we are holding one of our main projects at the moment around the issue of outsourcing. You may be aware of that across this industry, because we welcome the government's commitment to the largest wave of insourcing ever. But at the same time, we need to make sure that happens because of the reasons I've just given, the statistics. So millions of pounds of profit still being bled out, 80% of the workforce still on 0 hours contracts in renewals on the railway, a long way to go. Boom and bust has been the way it has been in recent years, and it needs to be very much quickly addressed. So we've got a lot to say. We've presented our evidence in writing as well, and we are happy to be part of fixing this big problem.